All right, hey guys, I wanted to come on and I wanted to just talk a little bit about the Jane Iredale Amazing Base. For those of you that followed some of my older videos, you know how much I love this product. It is like one of my Eureka Holy Grails. I have been using the Jane Iredale Amazing Base for 30 years, as long as she's been making it. And her original formula was not the same as this formula, so it was a different formula, and I loved it. I did love it back then, and I love this one like crazy. This is amazing. And honestly, like I laugh, like whoever named it, I'm like, yeah, I agree. It's amazing. Now, not everybody loves this product. A lot of people say it's too sheer, which honestly, I think it's perfect. I do. I think it is perfection. I think it is the perfect amount of coverage, because those of you that know me know that I am all about subtle, and I love to go in with just subtle coverage. And then if you have to touch up or you have other areas that need more coverage, you can go in with either the press based, which I would suggest you do first. I would go in with the press based first on the areas that you need a little more coverage, and then go in with the Amazing Base, because it's going to give you more of that luminous glow, which is what I love so much. Or you can always just go in with a little bit of concealer afterwards. But again, when you're doing it that way, make sure your concealer matches your skin tone. You don't want to go in with like a super light concealer, okay? If you're just concealing, blemishes or extra redness or something. You want to go in with something that's more skin toned, all right? And then just do the areas that really need it, so that you're not having this whole full coverage on your face, because it doesn't look real. It doesn't look natural. Everybody can tell you have makeup on, and I'm here to tell you the truth about that, okay? When you wear full coverage, everybody knows that you have makeup on. Everybody. And I guess if you're okay with that, you're cool with that. But again, I'm a, does she? Does she not? Does she have anything on? That's the kind of person I am, and that's the look that I go for. And when I would do other people's makeup, that's what I do. So it's like people would say, are you a makeup artist? Well, no, because I'm not an artist. I have one look. It's a natural look. It's one look. It's one look that I do. And I remember when I was learning makeup for photography and photo shoots and runway stuff, I hated it, right? I get it. It's, it is what it is for that effect, but that was never my thing. I was always into the very, very simple, understated, beautiful, natural look. And honestly, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I think everybody looks better in an understated look. I just, across the board, that is what I absolutely love. And again, I don't want to do the other things. I just don't care for it. So it's not my thing. So I love the Jane Iredale Amazing Base. And I remember I was doing someone's makeup for something. It was something. I can't remember what I was doing it for. And they were like, well, I don't like powders. And I'm like, really? Like, yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah. When you know how to use it and your skin is well prepped for it, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful, and it looks good on most people. I haven't met anybody yet that I can't get this to look good on. Again, as long as their skin is prepped well and cared for. And that's why I do videos on skincare as well. So I don't do any modern stuff to my skin. Everything I do is old school, gentle, and I do use a washcloth every day to just keep that loose stuff off. Again, I'm not interested in removing my horny layer, just the loose stuff. So I do use a cloth, and I just do very, very gentle, warm, wet cloth in the morning. And then I go in with my face balm, which is a mix of animal fats and plant oils, and again, lubricates my skin. I do use a hydrator as well. I use like rose water or whatever prior to that. And then I go in, and this is what I got going on today. Just very, very natural, very, very understated. Can't tell I have anything on. It's literally just like completely matches me. But I have a little bit of a glow, and it looks so natural and so real. And that's what I love about it. So I wanted to share with you guys this brush today. So I ended up getting this brush on Amazon and it's crazy good. Like I didn't even pay a lot for it. It's huge though. Like it is absolutely huge, but I'm like, I gotta try this. I have to try it. And the picture made it look gorgeous. And again, you can never tell by pictures, but I was like, is this too good to be true? So of course I bought it. It's true. It's amazing. It is dense and soft and flexible. It is everything I love in a brush. And granted, it is huge, but I can get it to work. I actually used it today and I didn't even go in with a smaller brush. I got my whole face with this. Amazing. Amazing. Like I am absolutely in love with this brush. I will definitely leave a link for you guys. It is incredibly soft. Like better than even some of the high-end ones that I have. Like this is crazy good brush. So yeah, I used it with my Jane Iredale Amazing Base today, and I'm going to be outside walking quite a bit today. It's gorgeous out. Not a ton of sun. I don't think the UV is going to be super high, so this is going to be more than enough for me. But I just wanted to show you, I'm going to be 57 next month. I don't do anything modern to my skin, and this is what it looks like. So yeah, if it doesn't work for you, it's your skin, okay? Because when you apply this onto your skin, it should basically just start to kind of like melt with the lubrication and the oils that are on your skin and kind of turns it into a cream. So if that's not happening, you have to kind of ask yourself what's going on with my skin, because even with textured skin and people that don't necessarily have the best skin, I can still get it to look good on them. You know, you just gotta play around a little bit, like prime the brush a little bit with, you know, a little oil or something, or even spritz the brush with a little, you know, rose water or something first. But yeah, it's this beautiful. And I remember having lunch with my mom and my sister one day, and I was sitting across from my sister, and this is all I had on. I had curled my eyelashes, put a little layer of the Amazing Base on, so I didn't have like any other makeup on, and my sister is sitting there and she's looking at me. She doesn't see me all the time because we don't live near each other. We live about an hour apart. And she's looking at me going, does your skin always look like that? And I'm like, it's Jane Iredale Amazing Base. And she's like, oh my God. She's like, it looks so natural, but it looks so flawless and beautiful. She's like, what the, right? And she wears mineral powders, and she's actually worn the Jane Iredale, but we used to use it years ago, and my girlfriend worked at a salon, and I used to have access to getting it. So my sister and I used it for years. And then she tried other brands and other things or whatever. And then I had bought her some of the Jane Iredale like several years ago, but I think she's out of it, so she just hasn't been using it. You know, you use what you have. You don't really think much about it. But when I told her it was the Jane Iredale, she was like, oh, right. You know, I'm like, yeah, right. It's gorgeous, right? Like, it's gorgeous. And yeah, I'm just in love with this product, and I don't understand why it doesn't get as much love as the pressed base. I get it, the pressed base, convenient, you know, whatever. But if you break that, you'll be crying because it's gonna smash. It's the thing I love about the loose, right? I mean, the likelihood of you breaking this, again, it could happen, but the likelihood is, you know, not as high as the pressed. People smash the pressed and it breaks. And so, I don't know, I think loose all the way for me. Again, I do have the pressed, I do use the pressed. Actually, I do love the press too. It's not that I don't love it, but I love this more, I guess, right? That's the way that I would put it. And yeah, I just wanted to try it out with my brush today. And amazing, like truly amazing. It worked great with this brush. And I do have some of Jane's older brushes. I don't have any of her new ones, her new launch. I don't have any of those brushes. I probably never will either. And honestly, it's not that I don't like her brushes, but the chisel brush, I like the chisel brush, but I don't know. I like a slightly more dense brush for this particular formula. And I do have her handy brush that I've used with the press base. And again, it's a nice brush. It's not that I don't like it. But you guys know I'm a brush junkie, so I try a lot of different brushes. And if I can find a cheap brush that I love, even better. So I'm always checking out cheap brushes. This was a cheap brush, but it is not cheap. It is, the quality is incredible. I mean, again, I hope the whole thing stays together, but so far, I'm absolutely loving this brush. And I mean, the size is crazy. Some people might be like, oh, that's too big, but I can tell you, it worked great. because it's so soft, you can just get around your nose, over your eyes, under your eyes. You just move it like this, around the nose. Honestly, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. I did just pink up my skin a little bit with the brush, but anyway, this is what it looks like. Absolutely amazing. Truly love this product. I wish it got more love. I think it gives a little bit more glow than the pressed version, and that's what I go for. And again, just to show you, like, so this has my balm. I have my body balm on my chest, and see how it just kind of gives my skin like this subtle glow. That's what I want on my face. I want that glow, okay? Especially at my age, you know, gonna be 57 next month, right? I want that glow. I don't want my face to look one-dimensional and flat and matte. And the pressed is not matte. Like, I think some people say it is. It's not. It definitely has a little bit of the glow, but this just has a little bit more. And so this is why I love this product even more. And you guys know I'm just a loose powder junkie anyway. I prefer loose over pressed most of the time. There's a few exceptions, but most of the time. But this is it. And it looks amazing, okay? And you can get good coverage with it, but again, the more coverage, the less natural it looks. So I usually stick in the lower range and then go in with just a tiny bit of concealer where you need it. And again, voila. And what I love so much about this is that I don't need to put a stitch of anything else on today, and my skin just looks natural and real. Okay, it doesn't look like I have foundation on. And that's what I love so much about it, is I am just hardcore. I am hardcore with that. I am natural look all the way. And yeah, it's not to say that I won't sometimes do my brows and put a little, you know, I will. I absolutely will, but I still want it to be understated. And I don't want anybody to look at my skin and think that I have foundation on. All right, so that's what I love. And last little thing. So I was on eBay yesterday and I actually found some of the Jane Iredale full-size testers. They were under $20 and I found some in my shade. I was absolutely over the flippin' moon. Okay, I've had really good luck with eBay. I've bought a lot of my Jane Iredale on eBay and I've had great luck. I also do buy from the website when she has like really good promotional deals. I don't really buy her sales because 20% off to me is really not a lot. But when she has like a really good promotional deal, so I've gotten quite a few there. And again, I've been using her product for so long, I know it like the back of my hand. All right, and I've had really great luck. Everything I've bought has been authentic. Her aubergine lip liner is my favorite liner on the planet. And I actually just found one on eBay. I was super thrilled because it was like 12 bucks. Yeah, I was super happy. I hope that it's not used. They said it was brand new and I hope it was. And I'm always going to sharpen it before I use it anyway. So I'm like, whatever. But all of the mineral powders that I've gotten have been legit, and it's a very hard product to dupe. I just don't know that anybody could do it, because the formula is exquisite. It is very unique. It's a very unique formula. When you swatch it next to other mineral powders, it's a very unique formula. The way it feels, the way it looks, just the slip of it, it's very unique, all right? So it would be easy to spot a fraud. And all you would need to do is just do them next to each other and make sure you use the same finger. I don't know if you know this, but our fingers oftentimes have different textures, right? Because we have different fingerprint. So use the same finger. Swatch one, swatch it next to the other one, and you'll get a really good feel for it. Because I've noticed if I swatch with two different fingers, I get a different texture feel because your fingerprint is different and it puts a slightly different texture on your finger. So always use the same finger if you're swatching for texture. If you're just swatching for color, no big deal, all right? But if you really want to get, you know, a real accurate swatch with texture and feel and slip, you got to use the same finger, okay? So anyway, I think that's all I wanted to talk about right now. And yeah, I'd love to see more people try this product because I absolutely love it. I think it's amazing. And again, if it doesn't look good on you, it's your skin, and you might want to try shifting your skincare a little bit and possibly eating better so that your skin is being more nourished. Yeah, That would be my suggestion. All right, signing out.